Have you ever felt like being normal is your biggest fear? Not failing, not struggling, but just being average? Like you were meant for something more, but deep down you're scared you might never become it. In a world where everyone is chasing success, recognition, and meaning, there's a silent psychological pattern many people struggle with: the fear of being average. And the strange part, most people who feel this way never talk about it. Today, we're going to break down the psychology behind people who secretly fear being average and what it reveals about their mindset, identity, and inner pressure. And if you enjoy deep psychological insights like this, consider subscribing. It helps you understand yourself on a deeper level, one video at a time. They tie their self-worth to achievement. People who fear being average often don't just want success, they need it to feel valuable. Psychologically, this comes from conditional self-worth, where you only feel enough when you achieve something big. As psychologist Carl Rogers once said, "The curious paradox is that when I accept myself just as I am, then I can change." But here's the problem. If you only value yourself when you're winning, then every normal moment feels like failure. Real life example. Someone gets a good job, but instead of feeling satisfied, they think, "Is this it? Shouldn't I be doing something bigger?" They compare themselves constantly. This fear feeds on comparison. No matter how much they achieve, there's always someone doing more, and that creates a loop. Success, comparison, insecurity, more pressure. As Theodore Roosevelt famously said, comparison is the thief of joy. But for these individuals, comparison isn't just a habit, it becomes a measuring system for their worth. Ask yourself, do you ever feel like your progress doesn't count just because someone else is ahead? They overthink their potential. These people often live in their future identity more than their present reality. They think, I could be great, I should be great, I have potential. But instead of motivating them, this creates pressure and anxiety. Because now it's not just about living life, it's about proving that they're not average. Real life example. Someone delays starting a project, not because they're lazy, but because they're afraid it won't be extraordinary. They fear judgment more than failure. Here's the twist. It's not always failure they're afraid of. It's what people will think if they turn out to be ordinary. This connects to social identity theory, where we shape our self-image based on how we believe others see us. As author Alain de Botton said, we are not only concerned by what we are, but by how we are seen. So, being average doesn't just feel like a personal loss, it feels like a public one. They struggle to enjoy the present. When you're obsessed with being extraordinary, the present moment starts to feel insignificant. You stop appreciating small wins. You stop feeling satisfied. You're always chasing the next level. But here's the truth most people ignore. The fear of being average can quietly steal your ability to feel happy. Let me ask you something. Are you chasing success or running away from being ordinary? If no one was watching your life, would your goals still be the same? Take a moment and really think about that. And if this resonates with you, drop a comment below. I'd genuinely like to hear your thoughts. Here's the reality. There's nothing wrong with wanting to be great, but when your fear of being average becomes stronger than your love for growth, it turns into pressure instead of purpose. Because being average doesn't mean being meaningless. It just means being human. And ironically, the people who stop obsessing over being extraordinary are often the ones who end up becoming it. So maybe the real goal isn't to escape being average. Maybe it's to build a life that feels meaningful, even when no one is watching.